Hollywood's most beloved couple just sat down in front of millions of viewers and said things about their marriage that nobody expected. Not a red carpet moment, not a stage photo op. This was raw, real, and completely unfiltered. Ripa and Mark Consuelos, two of daytime television's biggest names, have spent nearly 3 decades keeping fans entertained, laughing, and sometimes gasping. But recently, they pulled back the curtain in a way that has the entire internet talking. And the story? It's a lot more layered than you might think. Stick with us, because this one unfolds in the most surprising way. If you've ever caught an episode of Live with Kelly and Mark, you already know these two have a chemistry that's genuinely rare on morning television. They bicker like a real couple. They laugh like best friends. And they finish each other's sentences the way only people who've truly built a life together can. But here's what most fans don't always stop to consider. Ripa and Mark Consuelos aren't just co-hosts. They're not just a Hollywood couple who happen to share a last name. They are, by every definition of the word, a love story that started in the most unexpected place, survived Hollywood's hardest pressures, raised 3 children in the public eye, and still, after 29 years of marriage, manages to make you believe that the real thing is still out there. But lately, some of what they've been sharing on air and in interviews has given fans a whole new perspective. A side of their relationship that feels almost startlingly honest for a daytime talk show. And that's exactly what we're breaking down today. To understand where they are now, you have to go back to where it all started. The year was 1995. Ripa was already a familiar face on All My Children, playing the beloved Haley Vaughn. And then a young, relatively unknown actor named Mark Consuelos walked through the door of the studio to audition for the role of Mateo Santos, and everything changed. The casting director who made that call? A woman named Judy Bly Wilson. And Kelly has since said publicly on air in front of a live studio audience that Judy is, quote, the reason that Mark Consuelos and I are married. She didn't just cast a show. She changed 2 lives forever. Their chemistry was immediate. Their connection electric. And within just 1 year of meeting on that soap opera set, the two eloped in Las Vegas in one of the most low-key celebrity weddings in Hollywood history. The total cost? A whopping $179. That includes airfare because they had airline miles saved up. When Kelly later shared that detail publicly, she added something that said everything about who she and Mark really are as a couple. She said if they'd had to plan a big, traditional wedding with seating charts and venues, quote, we would not have made it. They knew themselves. They knew each other. And they made a decision. That decision became a marriage. That marriage became a family, 3 children, Michael, Lola, and Joaquin. And that family became the foundation of one of the most enduring love stories in entertainment. But that wasn't the end of the story. Fast forward to 2023, and something new began. After Ryan Seacrest departed Live with Kelly, Mark Consuelos stepped in as his wife's full-time co-host. A move that, on the surface, sounds like a dream, and in many ways it is. But it also came with a twist nobody quite anticipated. Suddenly, America's favorite couple wasn't just sharing a home. They were sharing a desk, a camera, a studio, and 5 mornings a week of live television together. And what happened next became the most talked about running storyline on daytime TV. On a November 2025 episode of the show, Kelly and Mark got refreshingly candid while discussing a new relationship study suggesting that couples who date for 3 years or more before marriage are statistically less likely to divorce. Mark quipped that he got his data pretty quickly on Kelly. And Kelly laughed, saying, we were so young when we got married. We didn't have that much data. But then Mark said something that actually reframed everything. He pointed out that working together on set for long hours during the All My Children days essentially gave them double the time to really know each other. To see how the other handled stress, pressure, and demanding schedules. I got to see how you dealt with pressure and long hours, he said. And Kelly followed that up by saying, you get a pretty good glimmer into a person when you are one-on-one with them for any prolonged period of time. And then came the reveal that surprised even the most devoted fans. Kelly disclosed that when they first got married, they didn't actually live together right away. They were newlyweds in name, but their lives, their apartments, their schedules were still operating separately for a time. It's the kind of detail that makes you realize how much of even a beloved public couple's story remains untold. Fans immediately started reacting. Social media lit up. Entertainment outlets picked up the story. Because the truth is, there's something deeply refreshing about two people at the top of their industry being willing to sit on a morning talk show sofa and say, "We figured it out as we went." It's not the curated, picture-perfect love story. It's the real one. And that realness has extended into other conversations on the show that have gone viral in their own right. During a July 2025 appearance on a popular podcast, Kelly openly joked about the unexpected side effects of now sharing a work schedule with her husband and how the demands of early morning television have, as she put it, restructured certain aspects of their marriage in ways neither of them fully planned for. Mark, meanwhile, has been equally candid on air, admitting that working together every single morning has genuinely changed the dynamic between them in ways that are sometimes funny, sometimes surprising, and always honest. The audience response has been extraordinary, because this is what morning television rarely gives you. Not a performance of a perfect life, but a window into a real one. And then something truly emotional happened in the spring of 2025. After 37 years, Live with Kelly and Mark said goodbye to its longtime studio on the Upper West Side of New York City. The building at 7 Lincoln Square, where Live with Regis and Kathy Lee first aired all the way back in 1988, was sold. And the show began the process of moving to a brand new state-of-the-art studio at Disney's new headquarters in Hudson Square. Their final episode in the old studio aired on April 1st, 2025. And it hit harder than anyone expected. Because here's the thing, that building wasn't just a TV studio to Kelly and Mark. It was personal. It was the same building where All My Children was filmed. It's where they first met. It's where their story began. And now, 3 decades later, they were walking out of it for the last time together. Mark shared an emotional message on social media ahead of the move, reflecting on what that space meant to him. And Kelly, in an interview, said simply, "It's going to be hard to replicate." She added that their kids grew up in that building, that it held a lifetime of memories. When asked what one thing each of them would be taking to the new studio, Mark chose a golden retriever statue named Sammy, a fixture in the studio since 1997, the same year their son Michael was born. "This dog is the same age as our son Michael," Kelly said, "and they both look really good for their age." She chose to bring her Disney Legend honor, an award she received in August 2024, because, as she put it, it felt right at home in the new Disney building. And also because, as only Kelly Ripa can say it, she didn't want one of her kids to walk off with it. It's those kinds of moments, funny, warm, deeply human, that remind you why this couple has remained one of the most beloved pairs in American television for nearly 30 years. The impact of all of this goes well beyond a morning show. Live with Kelly and Mark is currently the #1 entertainment talk show on television. Season 38 is now underway, airing from their stunning new studio overlooking the New York City skyline, with views of the Brooklyn Bridge as their backdrop. The show is nominated for multiple 2025 Daytime Emmy Awards, including Outstanding Daytime Talk Series and Outstanding Daytime Talk Series hosts. And at the center of all of it, two people who met on a soap opera set, eloped in Las Vegas, and have spent 3 decades figuring out love in front of the whole country. Kelly Ripa also made history this year, marking 25 years on Live, officially tying Oprah Winfrey's record as the longest-running female daytime talk show host. It's a milestone that speaks not just to talent, but to staying power, to building something that endures. And in many ways, that's the through line of everything Kelly and Mark represent, in pop culture, in Hollywood, and on morning television. The idea that real things can last. That love stories don't always need to be perfect to be meaningful. That sometimes a $179 Vegas elopement can become the foundation for something that stands for decades. At the end of the day, what makes Kelly Ripa and Mark Consuelos so magnetic, so endlessly watchable, isn't the glam. It's not the red carpet moments or the anniversary Instagram posts. It's the honesty. It's the willingness to sit on live television and admit that they didn't live together at first, that they figured out a lot as they went, that working together every single morning changes things, sometimes in ways that are funny, sometimes in ways that take real communication to navigate. It's the fact that Mark still talks about that first year on All My Children like it was the best background check he ever ran. And it's the fact that Kelly still credits a casting director for giving her the life she has. That's not a performance. That's a partnership. And in Hollywood, where partnerships like that are rarer than anyone wants to admit, it's also a genuinely remarkable story. So here's what we want to know from you. What do you love most about Kelly and Mark's relationship? Is it the humor? The honesty? The fact that they've made it work all these years? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. We read every single one. And if you enjoyed this celebrity update, subscribe for more entertainment news and Hollywood stories. New content drops every week. And trust us, you don't want to miss what's coming next.